So Watercourt House didn't come out of a design intent. It came out of a need to solve a problem. The courtyard becomes a generator of a lot of heat into the house, and Delhi has hot summers. So to address the fact that we wanted light inside but we didn't want the heat is why we created almost like a little 6-inch deep shallow pool on top of the glass roof of the courtyard. So the idea then became that water was flowing just on top of the courtyard, but the feeling of being underwater was kind of flowing through all the spaces that connected the courtyard. And that sort of little shimmer of that light was beautiful. So that was fundamentally our approach to the house.
Hi, I'm Ekta.
I'm Rajiv, and Ekta, Rajiv and Maithili together, we represent Red, that's the firm. The project we're talking about today is the Watercourt House, which is located in Delhi. You'll get all the detailed plans, sections, renderings, photographs, and an overall detailed walkthrough video. Please go to the link below, or you can go to buildofy.com and download the PDF. So hope you enjoy going through the home.
It's for a single family. It's the parents and the 2 sons. And it's across multiple floors, but the ethos and the central idea is based on a central courtyard, which has a water feature, which reflects through the home. It's like any other Vasant Vihar home flanked between 2 homes, so the site context is very tight. It's 27,000 approximately square feet, which comprises of the basement, stilt, ground first and second, and a terrace. We have the ground floor, which the main parents occupy, and the first and second floor, which is each son occupies. Right now individually, and hopefully as years go by, the family will grow into those spaces as well.
When this client approached us, he already had a plot on which there was 3 apartments constructed, 16 or 18 bedrooms, very cookie cutter Delhi sort of home. Luckily, he was willing to make certain structural changes and alterations as needed to create this into a home.
Allowing this courtyard basically made the entire house internally looking. And because you have the inward sort of feel, you connect through the floors very automatically.
If I was to come out of this room, I'll look at someone here. If I came out here, I'd look at someone here, or the other way. And this crisscross communication is what I think has added dramatically to how the house is being inhabited. We wanted to make sure that the clients can live with their windows open. In Delhi, in Vasant Vihar specifically, you tend to draw your curtains or at least your shears, because otherwise you have your neighbors looking into you. So the railing is actually made of a ficus hedge. On the external facade, the material that we've used traditionally is copper panels, and these I feel are timeless in that sense. They age beautifully, which basically makes the building feel alive. Between the greenery and the patina, the building is always changing. So the plan is pretty simple in that sense. We've given a driveway here, which is a drop-off point, and you enter over this walkway, which is a bridge. That is the central courtyard, a 14 by 17 space. We have a spiral staircase and a service lift, which connects all the way across to the terrace and to the basement. And here you have the owner's circulation, which is the owner's lift, and a larger staircase which gets integrated into the house as you go to the upper floors. I'm going to go down to the basement first. When I come down the service stairs, I can service the bar, which is on my right, or I can service the dining area, which is on the left. Again, the skylit courtyard continues to draw light into the basement, which otherwise would be completely dark.
So here we've used specifically a sort of curved surface wall, because we're adding to the softness of the space. The space otherwise becomes very rigid with these existing columns which were there as a part of the building which we inherited. It also allows you to move along this path and end in the bar, which is again done in mild steel with a similar fin structure.
We've got a home theatre here, a guest room which looks into a double height space with a parasol ceiling. The ceiling kind of gives the illusion that this is also a large skylit courtyard, which kind of allows this beautiful character like an open courtyard for the poker table, the pool table, and the lounge area and the bar space. But one of the other things which we kind of had fun with, a hidden bar. So the beauty of this is that you don't need to have a lock and key. It's based on your Casa DG control panel. So it's biometric, only you can open it or access it. And then you have all the alcohol that you need at your disposal. So what can I serve you guys today? Also, right next to the elevator, which is the owner's elevator, we have the powder bathroom. This is something which is recurring on all the 5 floors. And the powder bathroom is something that we played with 5 different materials. Then when you go up to the first floor, that's the real habitable floor. So you come up using the staircase. There's a massive 15-foot by 10-foot sliding door which opens up, allowing the staircase to then get integrated into the living area. The dining, the formal living space, a small little temple.
The palette in general is neutral if you think about just the walls and treatments, but there are lots and lots of layers of textures added to them, and that differs floor to floor based on individual tastes of the people inhabiting it. Most of your public spaces are used in stone, and most of your private, like bedroom spaces, are generally in wood. These panels on my right are panels which are made in mirror and leather. It's textured leather which has a little bit of a stitching pattern causing it texture. So I can choose to have the mirror side facing here or the leather side, or kind of mix it up and create a different space every time.
The master bedroom in this case is actually a master bedroom suite. It's a large enough area with 2 beds, 2 separate walk-in wardrobes, 2 separate bathrooms.
I think as a couple, they really enjoy the master suite because they have very different living patterns. Waking up early, sleeping later.
Temperature needs,
all of that. Separate bathing, bathroom requirements have really, I think, helped them.
Yeah, and I strongly advocate this for anyone who's seeing this. If you're an architect or a designer, please do it for your clients. If you're
it's many more years of happy marriage.
Yeah, I feel it reduces the petty reasons to disagree with each other. And this is the setback area within which we have a light well that visually then becomes a part of the room here on this side, which ensures that the bathroom and that area of the room we don't need curtains. The kitchen area is something which we've kind of kept visually connected. Here we've used toughened but curved glass, which were then heated and bent. That's the first floor. The first floor belongs to one of the sons. So we've done a massive master bedroom suite. The suite has a living area, sitting area, the bed area, which is divided by a swivel TV on a console.
This side of the windows is the southeast side, so there's a beautiful amount of morning light that comes in. However, sadly there's no view, so to kind of compensate for that, we've done layering of fabric. We've used this beautiful sort of textural sheer, which brings a lovely quality of light and shadow like you can see on the floor. On either side, we've done these fluted glass panels which are backlit, and it kind of forms a nice quality of light in the room, which I can show you. And of course you can dim it. It kind of lowers the luminosity down and creates a sort of beautiful ambient light within the space. Though the room right now is a single occupancy room, we have future planned because at some point the son will get married, and we have put in a his and hers basin in already. We put in a his and hers wardrobe in already. So the space planning takes care of all of that. But one of the big highlighting pieces is the flooring. It has 3 different types of stones, and it's been made by these karigars based out of Jaipur.
We've taken a beautiful study area, which is right overlooking the water courtyard. This terrace is kind of towards the north, and as you go to the second floor then, the layout is similar. So both the brothers have a similar sized bedroom suite. There's a laundry room, pantry, which then leads into the dining area and the living lounge. Again, the living lounge has a terrace, but this time on the other side of the building, which is kind of gives you that staggered massing, which takes you to the final terrace floor. The terrace floor is basically a gym. The gym overlooks the water body, which is constantly in a state of agitation, which then overlooks the sitting area, which has these beautiful sort of speakers concealed within the walls. And when you're kind of looking from the landscape, you overlook into the trees tops of the garden in front. So the beauty of the terrace is actually that critical space where You don't see your neighbors, you don't see the antennas and the other homes which are literally next to you. But you can get a sense of enclosure and you kind of see the sky and the greenery, and that's your view.
So I think after handing over the project, I think everybody's reacted to the home positively, of course, but also differently. Everybody in the home inhabits the space at different times and in different ways, but I think they all coexist kind of in cohesion.
I think the other thing that I think the lady of the house appreciates a lot is that we've integrated technology into the home beautifully. She has complete control of the house. She knows who is where at any time, and she feels very comfortable being in that home. The greenery in some cases has died, but in some cases has thrived. It teaches about our presumptions. Consulting a good landscape consultant is mandatory, no matter how small a garden you're planting, I feel. Also, I think the paint, we basically use this crushed texture from color coats, and I think it's aged much nicer than traditional brush applied paints. So I see less shrinkage cracks, I see less patch marks. I think the clients are able to wipe it off easily. The water court is a massive success. I think the clients are thrilled to be in that. So it's a learning, it's a trial, it's an experiment. I think I give ourselves and our team that worked on it a pat on the shoulder for making it happen. There were challenges along the way. It's really, there's a truckload of learning in that. So very helpful, and I appreciate the clients trusting us with it and allowing us to do this. So grateful for that.